website, which, yeah, if you're a contributing sustaining member, you can easily have access to it. Just create your account and let us know to get approval. So, okay. You may be angry because you think you're suffering because of other people, even though you have no sins or faults and deserve to be happier. If you reflect on the fact that you are the cause of the current outcome, the resentment will disappear. Even though someone else comforts you by saying, "It's not your fault," that will not make things any better for you, and hatred will only grow. The reason people complain, "I only have $5,000 in savings," is because they think, "I deserve to get $1 million or $2, but I'm not getting it." However, there is always a reason why there are only $5,000, such as lack of effort or not being mindful of saving money. If you had a cause worth $1 million, you would have received that result. If you face up to the fact that there was a cause for saving only $5,000 and that it was a natural consequence, the negative feelings will subside. Everything I currently have is in my possession because I had causes for it. On the contrary, no matter how much you want something, you will not get it while the cause and conditions for getting it are not in place. This is because without a cause, there cannot be a result or an effect. Seeds that are not planted will not grow, but seeds that are planted will surely grow. Once you have done all you can do, just wait for the fruit to ripen. The anger and the question of, "Why am I in this mess?" may arise because you think, "I am a good person, so this bad outcome should not be happening to me." Schopenhauer says that dissatisfaction with one's fate is a natural consequence of hubris without acknowledging one's strengths and weaknesses, the world as will and representation. Both dissatisfaction and resentment come from pride or conceit. If I only ask for what I deserve to possess, what do I have to complain about? We are troubled because we deviate from this principle and want an undeserved result that we cannot possess. Spinoza says that the more we recognize that all events are inevitable consequences, that everything was meant to be, or has the cause was there, so the result was inevitable, the less we will be carried away by our emotions. The mind has a greater capacity for emotion insofar as it perceives everything as inevitable, or it is less affected by emotions from ethical. It is wisdom that recognizes the inevitable, not comfort that sounds good, that extinguishes dissatisfaction and resentment and provides supreme peace of mind. Yeah, that's the beauty of listening to the Dharma continually and deepening our awareness of the law of cause and effect, and stand on such a firm ground so we are not swayed by our continuously fluctuating emotions. So good job, everyone, for being here practicing together. We're going to have our purpose and meaning lab at 3 p.m. Pacific and advanced group session at 6 p.m. Pacific, and have a wonderful Friday. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.